What we do here is go back.
Hello there, everybody. How are we all? I'm very well. I thank you for asking. I won! I'm Kevin Logan and I won. Joining me is a fucking loser. It's Dr. Christy Winters.
Hey, Kevin.
Christy, in the words of the great Rudyard Kipling, if you could meet with triumph and disaster and treat those two imposters just the same, then you will be a man, my son. Turns out I'm not a man, I'm a silly boy. I fucking win. I win. I win, and I win. So...
Yeah. So here's the thing is, I don't want to play in your primary after... Oh, we can do another primary draft next year, next time there's an election. Probably we'll have them on both sides. Next time we'll have two drafts.
True. Well, I do have to just confirm for everybody, because, you know, in case anyone was wondering about the final results. Christy, you lost big time. You lost bigly.
Well, it only, it only took, okay.
I mean, you had two left. All of mine were gone, and you had two left.
Get some help.
Yeah, congratulations.
I'll be honest, I don't even know who two of mine are. I don't know who Ryan Blinkley is, and I don't know who Francis Suarez are.
You and I were working off two different lists, remember? So you were like working off of some list with some real F-listers that you were doing picks from, and so you filled up part of your ticket with I think some of those people like literally no one ever heard of and no one ever cared about.
Oh yeah, sorry, Doug Burgum's a real fucking big hitter, is he?
Yeah.
Vivek Ramaswamy, Vivek, it rhymes with cake, that no one had ever heard of. That I told you would be in the race forever.
Yeah, that didn't so much. Basically, Trump said he's not MAGA, and Vivek went, "I'm sorry, sir." Do
not go ahead of it, Christy. Let's just soak in my victory for a second.
All right, okay, here we go. Soak. Like you would in a big hot bathtub of your own ass water.
True. And in many respects, following the Republican contest has been a lot like being in ass water.
Yeah, contest is a very loose term for what we're observing in this primary.
Very much so. Yes, very much so. Anyway, how have you been, other than being a massive loser, how have you been, Christo?
Yeah, I had a nice weekend. Really, a couple intense days at work, but good stress. You know, just like keeping me busy. I look up, it's 2:00, and like, where did the day go? Kind of. And yourself, Kev? How have you been? You were recovering from a sickness, right?
I stay winning. That's the thing.
Okay,
Just posting dubs
Yeah.
left, right, and centre. You know.
What was it? What was your other ones?
I'm not sick as fuck anymore, so that's nice.
That's a win.
That's a win. Being alive is a win, isn't it? When you think about it.
Well, I mean, depends on your mood. If you think being
Yeah,
alive is a
no.
win.
Well, Christy, if there's anything that was going to make us maybe think that life is less of a win,
Yeah.
it's old white people rapping.
Oh, well, it depends on if they have Northern Boys in their title.
What about if they definitely don't have that?
Yeah, see, then I start to really worry.
Yeah, you probably should. I don't know what this is. Which is that's always a good start from a terms of service point of view. I don't know what this is. It's called Gucci Granny.
Okay.
It's on the it's on Flogina's channel.
Oh no! All right.
So it's probably going to be atrocious.
Uh-huh.
I just hope they don't say the N-word. Just for decency's sake, but also for my channel not getting taken down.
Yeah.
Haha, Gucci Granny in the building. Oh gee. Haha, Republicans we in the building. Oh, girl. Racks on racks, I got racks on racks. Bring President Trump on back. Gucci Granny, Gucci Granny. Gucci, Gucci Granny, Gucci Granny. Gucci, Gucci.
Can I ask you a
Gucci
question?
Granny.
Isn't this just Flogina with a voice alteration put on his?
Are you suggesting
Soundtrack?
this is the?
I'm suggesting he's
this is
LARPing as
the-
a granny.
The transition.
I'm just.
You're a queen. Slay. MC Flogina.
No, I was just saying he had a song that he called it Gucci Granny, and he couldn't perform it himself, so he had to like just adjust the volume on the voice because it's literally his lyrics.
Yeah. But
These are his. This is his flow.
Gucci Granny, Gucci Granny. Yeah, okay,
We
we
know.
get it. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Even the way the emphasis on the words and the sounds.
I don't think this. I think this is a separate human being.
All right, you say these things. But...
Thank you,
Okay.
thank you, Wayward Historian. By the way, Wayward Historian, you're not too clever for me with your constantly resubscribing when I'm not on air because you think I'm not going to call that shit out. I absolutely did call that shit out. Deal with it. Come to terms with it. Embrace it. And thank you, Ramona the Dragon, for resubscribing as well. Much love.
Going MAGA. Keep the blicky in my Gucci fanny. Grandma's for Trump. Yeah, 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 yeah. Granny's for Trump. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, we already know old people for Trump, yeah. Well, that's not a new thing.
I'm still not convinced. She's not lip syncing.
Gucci Granny. You know I'm dripping in Gucci. Gucci Granny, Gucci Granny. Hey, let me shout out Zaytoven. You know this beat is barking loud as Beethoven.
Oh.
But my neck all golden. I got the block hot, but my wrist all frozen.
See, that's not a bad bar.
What? Oh, because she got ice. She's dripping with
Yeah,
ice.
exactly. Yeah, that's not a terrible bar actually.
It's also not at all original.
It's not. Well, no, of course not. But I mean, there's only so much you can do with bitches and hoes as a kind of reference
Yes.
point for lyricism, really. So that's you can come up with different slang terms.
Look, Kevin,
ice
if
and
you're into
frozen
Gucci
and-
Granny, if you've been dancing to this,
No,
all
no, no.
afternoon-
This is atrocious, right? She delivered it
Yeah,
poorly.
uh-huh.
The beat is totally wasted,
But you still like the bar.
but the bar's actually not bad.
Okay.
I know we're looking for needles in a haystack of shit, but
You are. But yes.
You know Grandma got that stupid swag. Hunter Biden couldn't touch me with a stupid bag. You want
couldn't
What?
touch me with a stupid bag.
Did you just repeat the word bag twice?
Yeah, you rhymed bag with bag. No, hang on.
Yes.
No, did you say swag? Maybe, I don't know.
I
Either way,
was- oh, okay.
but it's stupid bag. What does that mean?
It doesn't mean anything.
That's
This is why
see the previous bar worked.
I think white people need to do some sort of admissions test before they can do rap.
I think
I
white
think
people
that's
just
be
need to
quality.
stop.
Not all white rappers are bad. There's a lot of talented.
they
white
are-
rappers.
they
I
are
mean,
trash.
rap's become a international.
Eminem
It's
is
become a
terrible.
global
Awful.
art form. You know, people rap all over the world. French rappers and African rappers and
French
people. I'm sure.
rappers.
Right.
Christy, don't be silly. French rappers. Please.
I know there are German rappers.
Christie, how the fuck can you fit a bar? Individual German words are a bar. That's how many fucking letters they have in those words.
I'll show you Schwarz zu Blau if you want.
Oh, please don't. I'm the one torturing you with Gucci Granny. You can't Uno Reverso this shit on me.
I won't do the whole song because it takes too long. But just to give you a little flavor of what you can. Again, this is a white rapper.
Those rags vote for Trump.
In this case.
Bands for life. Mar-a-Lago with the gang. I do this every night. Gang, gang, MAGA, MAGA, gang, gang. 21. All my grannies throwing up the same thing.
That's a sniffy.
Same thing with an A.
What's 21 as well? Is 21 a reference to something that I'm not getting?
I don't know.
21. Because he was 45th. 44th different one, don't get me started.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Grover Cleveland. But 21? Is that the oldest person he's ever fucked? I don't know. What?
I have no, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't know about that.
What's this? Warhammer 40k text-to-speech cease. What?
For the love of all stop signs in the galaxy, seize.
Shut up, Phantom of Black. Shut up. Thank you, Over the Story, for gifting us up. Where have you sent me this thing?
Me?
Didn't you send me a thing? A German thing or something?
I only just found it because I had to type.
Okay.
But yeah, I can copy him. I just prepared it to swap over screens, but I can do it.
We're not the gang bang. 21. Drop the top on the road.
What's 21?
If you going broke, we ain't the same. They thought I left my lights on. It was my chain.
Oh, this is awful.
This is atrocious.
Gucci Granny, Gucci Granny.
She did not write these lyrics.
No, this is wank.
Gucci Granny, Gucci.
It was a good bar. I'm not taking it back, but
it was one good bar.
It was one good bar in a sea of absolute slurry.
All right, you want to put this in? I put it in our Google Meet chat because I couldn't be bothered to log into Facebook.
You lazy bitch. I'm just saying it. I'm not even going to try and be gentlemanly about it.
This is
by the way, I've gotten rid of ad blocker on YouTube now.
Oh, do you get premium?
No, because
you just took off ad blocker,
yeah,
so
because
now we have to watch ads for every fucking day?
because someone said, is your YouTube fucking up? I was like, yeah, YouTube's fucking up bad recently, and it's because they're doing some fucky shit at their end to like. I don't
block
know.
you from blocking their ad block.
Yeah, basically, to make it go really slow and shit. If you've got ad block on, which when I'm live is it's almost impossible to get a YouTube video to work.
You know, premium is like $12.99 a month.
I'm not paying a fucking penny for this shithole website. Never happening.
It's so
ever.
worth it to never have an ad. I love it.
I couldn't give a fuck. In all honesty, it's an ad. Like I'm not going to watch it either way.
Granny, going MAGA. Keep the blicky in my Gucci fanny. 2A, grandma's for Trump. Yeah. Granny's for Trump. Yeah.
Have you ever seen a less hang on?
2A, grandma's for Trump. Yeah.
You know when they have like, you're in front of a car in a rap video, and it's like supposed to look cool.
It looks dirty, like it need a wash.
It looks dirty, and it just looks like
a truck.
Okay,
it looks like a minivan for a family.
It looks like a minivan, and it looks like the slightly slow cousin is being taken to the store by his grandma.
Just a family van.
That's
not a rapper look.
Come on, Dave. Yeah, we're going to the 7-Eleven. Yeah, get it. Put your seatbelt on, Dave. Yeah, okay, Nan. You know, like it's the least cool looking thing I've ever seen in a rap video.
It is not a cool looking vehicle. I will agree with you on that.
And the people, everything about it is awful.
It's lame. It's so trying to be rap and hip hop and cool, as opposed to just being authentic.
Yeah.
They're trying to be other people.
Yeah.
Granny's for Trump. Yeah. Gucci Granny, Gucci Granny. You know I'm dripping in Gucci. Gucci Granny, Gucci Granny. I'm just a MAGA girl riding on that truck.
Do you reckon
this is not over yet.
Anything that she's wearing is actually Gucci?
No. I was actually thinking the same thing on her outfit. Like, I think any of that is Gucci.
That's not, none of that's Gucci. You've got this like sweatpants on. The Gucci do sweatpants now? What? Jewel encrusted $97,000 Gucci pants.
Yeah.
What I want to know is when are Gucci going to bring out the jack-off joggers?
Well,
I want to
that
jack
is the
off
merger.
comfortably and in style.
Look, we are all waiting for the inevitable the combined brand of Gucci and Bait World.
Exactly. Bait World and Gucci need to sort their shit out and give us all what we've been waiting for forever. The culmination of all of Western civilization.
The Gucci jack-off pants. We are all so tired of cutting holes in our pants.
Cutting holes in our bespoke, unbelievably farcically expensive sweatpants. Yes. Do you know how many Gucci sweatpants I've ruined? Cutting holes in them.
Pump train, all these diamonds on my chain. Yeah, that's a MAGA bling. Call me OG, I'm the old girl. Gangsta grandma going.
Yeah, motherfucker, we know you ghost wrote this. Like, yeah, this is your fucking song.
And it just cuts off. Hang on, look, it's
in this MAGA world.
what?
Here, just keep going.
It's not. It doesn't fade out. It doesn't do it. It just cuts off. It's the laziest shit I've ever seen.
Professional.
Oh, fucking end it. Jesus. That was appalling. Okay, apparently this is good white rap now. I'm told by my expert in the field. That's muted. There we go.
There's a theme to this album that has to do with monkeys. So I'm just going to say that as by way of explanation.
Monkeys?
Yes.
Okay.
So you're just going to see some people dressed up as monkeys. It's just part of the concept, album concept.
Racist, yeah.
Komm aus dem Club, war schön gewesen. Stinke nach Suff, bin kaputt, ist ein schönes Leben. Steig über Schnapsleichen, die auf meinem Weg verwesen. Ich seh die Ratten.
So that is a bar.
But I think German works well with hip hop because of all the consonants. It gets really kind of the sort of punchy feel to it.
Honestly, that is what a scheme. That was amazing. I'm here for it, yeah.
Sich satt fressen im Schatten der Dönerläden. Stapft durch die Kotze am Kotti. Junks sind benebelt, Atzen rotzen in die Gegend, benehmen sich daneben.
Oh, no, he didn't! Oh! Christy, you didn't say this was a diss track. Oh!
Wir sind auf verzweifelter Suche nach der Szene. Gepierste Mädels, die wollen, dass ich Straßenfeger lese. Halb sechs, meine Augen brennen. Dreht auf den Typen, der zwischen toten Tauben pennt. Hysterische Beute keifen und haben Panik, denn an der Ecke gibt es Stress zwischen Tarek und Sam. Tarek sagt, Hals, Maul oder ich werde ihm ins Gesicht schlagen. Sam hat die Hosen voll, aber kann auch nicht nichts sagen. Die rote Suppe tropft auf den Asphalt. Mir wird schlecht, ich mach die Jacke zu, denn es ist kalt. Guten
Here's the hook.
Berlin, du kannst so hässlich sein, dreckig und grau. Du kannst so schön schrecklich sein.
Nah, this is bollocks. I'm sorry.
You don't like the hook?
I was down with
down
the,
with the
at least the
verses?
beat for the verses, but I don't understand the words. So it's, and I don't mean that in the old way, like you can't even tell what they're singing. Like I literally can't. It's a different language.
But you can hear like the internal rhyme schemes going on, and also the rhyme schemes.
Some of the ends of words sound similar. Yes,
Yeah,
but that is. I mean, yeah, okay.
Yeah. It's funny because I listened to that a long time ago, and I understand so many of the lyrics more easily now.
Fair enough. Oh, hang on, that is not what I meant
What?
to do.
Okay.
There we go.
What are your three favorite things about white culture?
Football,
Football,
baseball.
baseball.
We invented the cheeseburger.
Cheeseburgers are non-denominational,
Yeah.
much like you.
Yeah. I wish Americans could understand that we're all Americans, that no matter what race you are. Like, we all have the same culture. We're American culture.
I feel like you're much like Martin Luther King in that you just want to see everyone come together.
I do.
Every color, every creed.
Yeah, I do.
Martin Luther King, would you ever write a song?
I probably could.
Do it.
Okay. Martin Luther King. Respect to the king. He just wanted everybody to get along, do our thing. You know what I mean? Bing, bong.
Oh God.
Oh. See,
What are your
that's
three
what I
favorite things
mean.
about white culture.
When I say white people need to stop, That
just
is
say,
literally what I mean.
when someone asks you if you can rap, just say no.
Yeah, it's fine. You don't need to
Like-
be able to rap.
Unless you do freestyle competitions and shit, just say no.
Yeah. You don't, yeah. Oh, God. Anyway, talking of white people needing to stop. Iowa!
Iowa.
Yes. Okay, so naturally, Donald Robinette Trump won in Iowa. That's not massively unexpected. He won with 2/3 of the vote. I don't know why anyone's still in the race, frankly.
No, he got about 50%.
Was it? I saw 66%.
That might have been earlier, but as more precincts came in, the final numbers were because DeSantis got 19, Haley got 18, and then Trump got 52 or something. They probably have updated numbers on there. Because the fact that he only got 50% and he's basically running as an incumbent.
Hang on. Where's the update? It's an analysis. Okay. Trump wins a thing. Donald Trump is in court.
I think one of the video clips I just sent you at the end of our Facebook list kind of goes over the numbers. Although they've got the turnout higher than it ended up.
Oh, there we go. With nearly all the votes counted, Mr. Trump had 51% of the vote, with DeSantis on 21% and Miss Haley on 19%. Actually, that's still competitive then. It's not close, but like say if Haley drops out or DeSantis drops out and it goes the other way, then that's
you've got basically half the base. Half of and that's in Iowa.
Yeah, which is very, very white and cold.
Mm-hmm. And evangelical.
Yeah. So I mean, it's more competitive than I thought it would be. In all honesty. Yeah.
And actually, should we use that video that I sent you at the right before the show?
Well, Christy, before we can get into that.
Yeah.
But we have to cover the big story, the unexpected.
Okay.
That being Vivek.
Oh, Vivek.
Vivek, it rhymes with cake.
He totally cowered in front of Trump.
He did. He's this is how much of a cock you have to be a MAGA person, right? He's dropped out of the race because he got no votes. If he'd just been able to garner some support, he might have won, but he couldn't. The haters said he couldn't do it.
Yeah.
And they were correct on that. Fair play to the haters. They called it well. Just saying. Right. But before that, right, so in the lead up to this, Trump turned up in Iowa looking like two small people in a trench coat situation. It was very strange. Where's the image of him? There, look, that's two small people in a long coat.
He honestly looks like an elderly man who's wandered down to the corner shop in his bathrobe.
Yeah, he's an 80-year-old dude. He looks so fucking bad. Jesus Christ.
Who was that one mobster who tried to create a insanity defense by walking around in a bathrobe in New York?
Tony Soprano.
No, people in the chat will know.
Yeah, it was
but he did it for
Soprano.
Years and years and years.
Yeah. Anyway, it's like defective Slender Man.
Yeah, basically. Nice.
Little bit. Anyway,
nice.
So this is a nice one as well. Nothing to do with it, but it is funny. If you just play that.
I want to break free.
Anyway. So, Vivek, it rhymes with cake, right? You can tell I'm taking this very seriously. Vivek, it rhymes with cake, has been doing what I like to call a massive blowjob on Trump for months and months.
Oh, yeah. He's basically running for vice president or a cabinet position.
Yeah. But, it's so mad, because we were saying this from the very start. He was trying to out MAGA, but A, MAGA's really racist and you're a brown dude. And secondly, if you just want MAGA, Trump's in the race. Why would you vote for MAGA Light or something? It's if Pepsi's there, why are you going for Pepsi with less sugar or something?
Off-brand, store brand.
Yeah,
Pepsi.
why are you going with Roller Cola? Yeah, it's you've got the actual thing, if that's what you want, And so Vivek, I thought this was an indication that Vivek was outdoing the numbers in Iowa, that he was getting close. Because Trump is obviously a loose cannon, but when he goes after his political opponents in this way, it's usually because they're close to the target. It's usually because they're a threat to him in some way. Whereas he clearly wasn't in Iowa, so he misread this completely. But a couple of days before Iowa caucus happens, Trump out this statement.
No, so this is it. I mean, Vivek takes away from Trump's MAGA, not DeSantis or Healy.
Yeah.
That's why he considers it a threat.
True, but he wasn't... the way that he was polling, like he got, 1.4% or something?
Yeah, true. But, Trump is going to be anyone he considers a direct threat. He's not going to be nice to someone who could give him something that he wants.
I guess so. Anyway. So, Vivek having kissed the ring, literally.
Vincent Gianti. Yes, thank you, wayward historian, our resident historian.
That's what I said, yeah, Tony Visconti, yeah. That's a record producer, never mind. Vivek started his campaign as a great supporter, quote, the best president in generations, unquote, etc. Unfortunately, now all he does is disguise his support in the form of deceitful campaign tricks. Very sly, but a vote for Vivek is a vote for, quote, the other side. I think he means brown people, doesn't he? I think so. Don't get duped by this. Vote for, quote unquote, Trump. Hang on, do you want me to vote for Trump? You want me to vote for Trump or Trump?
Trump.
What? He's still not worked out how the inverted commas are supposed to work, has he?
Nope.
Bless him.
No.
I suppose after 80 years, you're not going to. You've either already learnt it by that age, or it's just not going to happen.
Exactly.
Don't waste your vote. Vivek is not MAGA. The Biden indictments against his political opponents will never be allowed in this country. They are already beginning to fail MAGA. I mean, I don't even know what that sentence is supposed to do in this message. I think he got bored by the end and just put the thing about the...
He just rants. It's all stream of consciousness at this point.
So Vivek, you would think, well, at this point, you've got to stand up for yourself. You've got to fire back at the man. You can't allow him to... Yeah, he's got a base. He's got people who are, counting on him to run. You can't allow a person to speak to you like that. You've got to have some self-respect. Even if your campaign is over, even if you're thinking of dropping out, you've got to have some self-respect. Apparently, Vivek does not. Vivek is not a person with self-respect. The entire... Hang on, no. That's the resignation. We're not after the resignation just yet. We'll get to that.
Resignation?
Not resignation, he's dropping out of the thing.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to talk about Joe Tacopino.
What the fuck is that?
That is the guy who is defending Trump in a couple of his cases, who's now trying to get out of defending Trump.
Hey, Tacopino. No, I don't know who that is. Anyway, Vivek writes... Yes, I saw President Trump's Truth Social post. It's an unfortunate move by his campaign advisors. No, he fucked you. It's not his campaign advisors. Donald Trump bent you over and fucked you. That's what happened there. I don't think friendly fire is helpful. It wasn't friendly. He's not your friend. He doesn't have friends, Vivek. You must know this. Donald Trump was the greatest president of the 21st century, and I'm not going to criticise him in response to this late attack. You fucking spineless bitch.
Yeah, of course.
Vivek, it rhymes with fake. Yeah. Vivek, it rhymes with snake. Etc.
Yeah, snake oil salesman. Yep, you're selling fake mega, man.
Yeah. And also, snakes do not have backbones. So
true.
Yeah. I've met tens of thousands of earvans across, I think that's what they're called, 390 plus events here, and they are deeply worried, and so am I, about this quote-unquote system. So again, is it the system or is it the system? Again, please learn how to punctuate, you fucking dolts. The system won't allow Donald J. Trump anywhere near the White House again. You said this the first time, though, in 2016. By the way, Christy, this is our third presidential campaign now.
It is. I was thinking about that.
Mental.
Yeah,
Mental.
it is. Really is.
White House. It seems they will stop at quote unquote nothing to keep him away from power. Which again, not how the quote works. I'm worried for Trump. I'm worried for our country. I've stood up against the persecutions against Trump, and I've defended him at every step. Yeah, you really have. It's pathetic. It's really sad, actually. I showed up to the Miami courthouse in solidarity following his first federal indictment. Oh, God.
I'm a day one fan.
True. You know who also turned up? The weird fuck the police pig guy did a video from outside the courthouse in Miami as well. What was his name? Michael...
Did he? The whole, like, I'm here to support the police.
Yeah, that guy.
The pigs.
Yeah. Can someone link me that? Because Christy hasn't seen it, and it is funny. Where are we? I filed a Freedom of Information access. What's the A? Act.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Demand for the Biden. We just call it FOI. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Demand to the Biden Dodge. Yeah, that's how I'm saying it. I submitted an amicus brief this week with the U.S. Supreme Court calling on them to overturn Colorado's ruling. I pledged to remove myself from Maine's and Colorado's primary ballots, which, to be fair, he has done. He's done it with all the other states as well. But Maine and Colorado, he will not be,
that list.
On a point of principle, he will not be on that ballot, okay? And the other 47
So here
states.
are the ways I helped the guy I'm supposedly running against.
Yeah, which, like, what are you, a fucking pace setter? You're one of the horses that isn't supposed to finish the race. Mm-hmm. I reckon we get the bolt gun of mercy on him. He's limping. Dickhead. That is me joking about killing a presidential candidate.
Joking, being the
I'm joking. Because horses are... The horse racing world is bad. Anyway. Yes, Colorado's ballots if they remove Trump, calling on DeSantis and Haley to do the same. We have to open our eyes. Last time it was a man-made pandemic. Excuse me? Excuse me, Vivek? It rhymes with twat? And big tech election interference. Again, you're asking to get sued, mate. You're asking to get sued. Now, the same billionaires funding the lawsuits against Trump. Isn't Trump supposed to be a billionaire? Do we like billionaires or not?
What bill? No, the federal government and state governments are going after Trump.
To be fair, the federal government is not only not a billionaire, it is a minus 30 trillionaire. So, you know. Although it does have good income. It does have good income and credit for some fucking reason. Even though it's the most indebted thing in the universe, it has amazing credit. That's government. Yeah. Anyway, where I did the billionaires funding the lawsuits against Trump are the ones trying to prop up Nikki Haley. So hang on, Trump calls you a bitch.
Oh, the Koch brothers. Oh, he's talking about like the Koch brothers coming in. Apparently, they're funding Haley.
Okay, so in a post where Trump calls you a bitch, you're going to attack Nikki Haley.
Yeah. Yes. This is a perfect segue into the point I want to make about this primary.
Go for it. No, go on. Nope. Christy, there's no rhyme or reason for any of the order we're doing this in, so have at it.
Yeah, this isn't a primary. This is the thing. Like, no one is running against Trump yet.
Yeah.
No one.
Well, apart from Chris Christie, ironically.
Yeah, and everybody hates Chris Christie. Like,
yeah, literally. If he'd garnered any support, he'd have stood a chance. But he couldn't get any support at all.
But the kinds of people who were exposed to Chris Christie were probably the people watching the debates because he didn't have any money to go up on the air, or were watching MSNBC or CNN, right? Because Fox, I don't know if he went on Fox or not. But here's the thing, like, no one brought up the fact that he stole national secrets.
Yep.
No one's brought up the fact that any of it, none of it.
He literally boasted the other day about taking money from foreign governments whilst president.
Yes.
Right? Literally, did you see, oh my God, did you see the thing he said about the people voting in Iowa?
You should go out and vote and then die?
Yeah, it doesn't matter if you die afterwards. That's fine.
Yeah.
You don't have to make it home. You just have to get there and vote.
Yes.
He's a fucking psycho. What is this?
Yes.
He's got on a mission to kill his own voters.
Yes. Well,
Genius.
That's how I was handling of COVID, right?
But you're going to need these people in November, you twat. Why are you trying to kill people you still need?
Yeah.
He can only see as far as the end of his nose. There's like no future plan to any of it.
So you've got all these Republican candidates going after Biden and each other, but
Yeah.
never Trump.
Yeah.
And this is why, I mean, a lot of like people get lulled into, they forget what it was like 4 years ago, or they don't clue into the news. They haven't seen the dictator comment. They don't know that, you know, the House committee proved that he took $8 million in foreign funds. But as soon as this race, like the sooner this primary ends, and it's going to end here pretty soon, probably Super Tuesday, that's when Biden starts running.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to wait till after all of the primaries have been held. And he is stacking cash. He's just like putting bricks up. They're doing really well with their fundraising.
Like Gucci
because...
Granny.
Yes.
Gucci Grandad is stacking bills. Okay, he's got Benjamins for days. Yeah.
And so, yeah, like when we actually start to see ads, like, do you really want to put a guy back in the White House who stole federal secrets, nuclear information?
Nuclear! Americans, please, for the love of God. You're the only people to have ever fucking used the weapons, and you can't pronounce it.
So, you know, and once those ads go up and they start being reminded what a fucking stress ball it was to have him in the White House every single day, how ridiculous he was.
Yeah, absolutely.
So then the other thing we can talk about is turnout.
Yeah.
Turnout was low.
Which is not massively surprising. Hang on, we can get rid of Vivek. You get the idea.
So,
he's a cock. Fuck him.
In the last Republican primary, it was 160,000 people who turned out to vote. This time it was around 100,000.
Yeah.
That's a huge drop off. And that 100,000 represents 15% of all registered Republicans.
Yeah.
In the state.
I could tell Vivek was going to do really well when I saw this.
Oh, Elon, you're so out of touch.
He is the Tim Pool of Tim Pools.
Yes, he's just in the incel bubble at this point.
Okay, so he's killed 2 presidential candidacies. Thanks, Elon. Nice.
And so, here's the thing. Ron DeSantis said he had to win Iowa. He barely came in second. I mean, Nikki Haley was right on his heels. He got around 23,000 votes. He went to all fucking 99 counties. That means, like, in every county he visited, he won about 233 people.
He's got 99 counties and his votes
county.
ain't one. Oh!
Yep.
Yeah. And by the way, for the party that's been going on about electoral safety and all the rest of it, I don't think passing a fucking paper bag around is
oh my God.
the most secure way you could
Voter
do
fraud.
voting.
Voter fraud.
Literally, look at that. You haven't even got a fucking what's it called?
Where's your voter ID?
A chain of ownership or whatever at that point.
No.
Because the fucking electoral commission people aren't even in control of the fucking Like, it's nothing. What the fuck? So Smartmatic are doing fraud, but the fucking but the 7-Eleven paper bag method. Oh, that's absolutely super. That's brilliant. How much do you fucking spend on your national security in America, and you can't afford a plastic tub for them to put fucking votes in?
Or have them line up and just put a piece of paper in? Why are you passing it around?
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. Yeah, have a big plastic tub.
Have people
with
line
a
up
slot
like they do
on
at
the
church
front.
every fucking Sunday.
And you put the thing in, and there you go, nice and controlled. Whereas they're just passing other people's votes, a bag of other people's votes, to these fucking random cunts off the street.
Yep.
Oh.
Speaking of random fucking cunts off the street.
Yeah, go for it.
We don't have to watch the video with the last clip because I think I've covered all the points that they had in the video. But apparently, one of the things that you can do when you show up to the caucus is fill out a form to change your party registration from independent or Democrat to Republican so you can take part. And even though it was the Republican primary and, you know, these people are supposed to be so motivated to come out and vote, the location that the reporter was at ran out of the forms.
Oh, wow.
To allow people. There were more people, Democrats and independents, who were there to like vote for Nikki Haley. As a well, that makes up part of that 100,000 of people who turned out.
She did win one county. Nikki
Oh, did she?
Haley.
Oh, good for you,
She
Nikki.
did. Yeah. So
Oh.
he didn't
Yeah.
quite get a 99 county sweep. She
Too much
won
to Tim Pool's
in
chagrin.
Johnson County, which is Iowa City. So like one of the big
Oh,
places
yeah,
where
that's where
people
probably.
live.
Yeah, I bet a lot of Democrats turned out to vote for Nikki Haley.
Almost
there.
certainly, yes.
Yes.
In brown paper bags, naturally. And she won it by 1 vote.
See, the question is like, what is
Literally,
either of
look,
their?
he got 1,270. She got 1,271. One vote away from a complete sweep of the state. Gutted. You know he's going to nuke that fucking county now. If he becomes president again, that county is getting glassed. He's going to find that one person and fucking execute them. Anyway, sorry, go on.
Well, and then he'd claim immunity because he's president.
Yeah, you can do anything. Yeah, you can kill American citizens. I'm above the law. Fuck you. Yeah, 100%.
All right, yeah, this is the thing that I gave you.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
So we're gonna have some repeat information now because I already. But go ahead.
True. Don't forget, everybody. You can hit the follow button. You can subscribe. You can give me money in various ways. You can also give Christy money on. Have you got a Patreon or something? I don't know.
I do, but I just don't push it because, like, I make enough money, so I don't really need it.
Push
I mean,
it
it's
real
nice.
good. Dun, 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 dun.
Oh my god. Okay, but here's just think about this. Iowa Republican Caucus sets new record for state political ad buys, $120 million. They spent $120 million on 100,000 votes.
Wow. Mental. Although, we've got a better one. Not paper bags. They've gone. This might be the most American thing ever.
Okay.
Popcorn buckets. In one of the places in Iowa,
Of course.
they were putting votes in popcorn buckets.
This is not safe and secure. This is a fake
This
election.
is how they always do it. Christy, this is how every democracy always does it. Popcorn buckets.
Oh my god!
You don't need actual boxes that are overseen and that constantly have officials with them and that are tamper-proof until they get to the election count. No, just open bags and fucking popcorn buckets. Stuff that looks like it's actual trash that the cleaner might come in and put in the fucking bin. Jesus Christ.
Apparently, Nikki Haley and her PACs and whatever spent $37 million in Iowa to come in third.
To come in third and get how many votes in total?
22, I think it was 22,000 and change.
Fuck me, dead. Over $1 million per thousand votes.
Something like that. Yeah, I can't do math in public that quickly.
Sweet Jesus.
Yeah.
That's oh my god. That's so bad. Yeah, that's about what 1.4 million dollars per thousand votes.
Something like that, yeah.
Fucking Christ! Honestly, the American system is so mental. Like, it's bad here, but America, you've just got this constant rolling thing, and it costs hundreds of millions of dollars to run the same ads, and then you get, oh my god, it's amazing. As an outsider, when I watch like the sport, the baseball usually or something like that, and you have the ad breaks in between. If there's an election in the local area, it's mental because the adverts are like, "Hey, I'm Dale Dickinson, and I'm a rootin' tootin' cowboy, and the other guy's a pedophile demon worshipper." And then the next ad is the other guy going, "Hello there, I'm Reverend Nicey McNiceface, and I want you to vote for me, and not for this guy who hangs around with Nazis. Dale Dickinson's a piece of shit." Like, it's that. It's, you know, sensible normal person versus demon creature, and you know it's going to end up 51-49. Like, it's fucking mad. Oh.
I know, and it just makes you despair.
Yeah, no, it really does. It's fucking dystopian. Like, honestly, virtually every Republican ad, to an outsider, it just seems like a joke. It seems like something that a European,
like Starship Troopers ad or something.
Well, yeah,
like farce, or like satire.
Yeah, like satire. Yeah, like a lazy European satire show would create to take the piss out of Americans. Like, I'm Dale Dickinson again, and I've got a big gun, and I like America.
Ferguson.
Eagles, cheeseburger. You know, it's just.
I'm Turd Ferguson, and I approve this message.
Exactly, yeah. It's just fucking mad. Or my favourite one is the ominous voiceover, and it's just like a normal family. Do you want Dale Dickinson answering the nuclear phone call at 2 a.m?
Vote for Turd Ferguson.
Vote for Turd Ferguson. Paid for by Turd Ferguson for Better America. You know, fucking genuinely terrifying. Like, what the fuck? I'm just trying to watch the baseball, and you're like scaring the shit out of me about fucking nuclear war now. What is going on?
Morning. On the big news last night of what was simultaneously a big night and a foregone conclusion for former President Donald Trump in the Iowa caucuses. CBS News projects that Trump got 51% of the Republican vote in the Hawkeye state, even more than expected. It is a historic landslide victory. As for the race for the...
It's probably not that
I don't know why he
historic.
said more than expected. I think that was
that's
pretty close.
Yeah. I'm waiting for the attack ads that use her full name, Nimarata. Nikki.
Oh, right, yes.
To do the Hussein thing.
They never put Rafael Cruz on there.
Yeah.
They never put Rafael Cruz. Yeah.
Is Kev wearing a football jersey? Well, soccer as the Brits call it. No, Kev is wearing an ice hockey jersey, specifically a Boston Bruins jersey.
Okay.
So technically a keeper's jersey as well. Anyway.
You got the right weather for it.
True. Anyway, yeah. So I mean, to be fair, this is closer than I thought it would be, because Trump should win Iowa pretty comfortably, and he obviously did. But like, if they coalesce and they can get to 40%, in a lot of other states, that puts them very much in play.
Kind of in states, but then you have to think about who's voting in the Republican Party. So yeah, let's talk a little bit about. So obviously Trump is going to win this whole thing at this point, unless he drops dead. He's kind of the inevitable nominee. DeSantis, he's not going to do well in New Hampshire. That's not his state, because he's also fighting for the evangelicals who don't want to vote for Trump.
Yeah.
But in South Carolina, it's possible, but Trump is probably, again, going to sweep there too. And Nikki Haley is from North Carolina, which then pushes him off to like Super Tuesday states. And if he came in second in Iowa and places behind Haley and Trump in the next two states, his fundraising is gone.
Yeah.
So the question is, how many days is it? Is it going to be longer than a lettuce lives before Ron DeSantis drops out?
Yeah, I can't see, even though he obviously finished above Haley there, Haley seems like the person that could potentially challenge in a way that I just don't...
Independence?
Yeah, because DeSantis is seen as far more extreme because of the shit that's coming out of Florida.
Yeah, exactly.
And Trump has been going after him so much more than any other candidate over the course of the last
18 do you see his new
months.
nickname for Nikki Haley?
Pocahontas. No, I don't know. What?
No, Bird Brain.
He's a genius, Christy.
I've seen him call her Bird.
It's
Bird
like
Brain.
it's like Mark Twain and Charles Dickens rolled into one. It's
right.
Perfect.
Every time he opens his mouth.
Yeah. Every time he opens his mouth, I hope he will stop breathing. Partner push 2025.
The very distant second place, Ron DeSantis beat Nikki Haley just barely. And those results are enough to keep them both on the campaign trail. But Vivek Ramaswamy's run...
Barely.
Yeah.
Honestly, I thought even after this, Vivek rhymes with twat would carry on. Because he's just about the clout. He knew he was never going to win. He was never trying to win. He was trying to do what Trump was trying to do in 2016 and like make a name for himself. But Trump already had a name, whereas Vivek didn't.
Yeah, but now Daddy's mad at him. He's basically like the
yeah, but now he's dropped out. He could be useful again, so he might get a role in the cabinet.
Exactly.
Like, he's brown, so can we get him in on like urban development or something? Mm-hmm. You know, because that means brown people.
Clout goblin, exactly.
He's a clout kulak, Christy, and we need to send him to the clout gulag.
Off to the gulags.
True.
Run is over.
The businessman suspended his campaign after finishing fourth.
No, this is just like George DeVolder Santos, Christy.
I know your two entertaining politicians.
America,
you lost them in the same 4-week period.
America. You were given a series of bad bitches, and you couldn't handle it. Pussy too powerful for you. Honestly, look at him serving cunt in the most egregious fashion.
Is he going to rap Eminem again before he leaves the stage? I don't think he did. sadly.
Well, he did lose himself in the
Yeah.
moment.
Tony's in Des Moines leading our coverage. He's at the
So the only thing worse than white people rapping is brown people who are pretending to be white people rapping. That's the worst, actually.
Smoky Row Coffee House. I love the name of that place. And last night, he was inside a caucus room as people's handwritten notes were counted. That was
Also, can I just say,
I want to see the I want to check them for bamboo.
Well, indeed, there's the and the Hungarian vector. Lest we
Yes,
forget.
exactly.
But they say that Trump won in Iowa. Are we sure that Pete Buttigieg didn't win?
It's a close race.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need the final tally. We need
Honestly,
to wait
4 years
till
later,
last-
that's still funny. That's still funny that he claimed that shit. Why not? Fuck it, we live in post-truth land. I can just claim
Yes,
shit.
I want to it. Yeah,
and then I'll actually become fucking transport secretary. Okay, cool.
It's fascinating to watch, Tony. Good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning, Gail. Good morning, everyone. It's one of the most charming traditions in American politics, those handwritten pencil ballots here in Iowa.
It's not charming.
No, it's flown in from Maine off of a boat from China.
True. No, from North Korea, please, Krista.
Oh, right. Okay, sorry, yeah.
Me and the ghost of Hugo Chavez worked so hard on that plan. Please get it right. Okay? We didn't even bother going through the Panama Canal. We went all the way around the Cape of...
just to be safe.
Is it Cape Horn, South America? I don't know, one of them. The Cape, that one. Yeah. Also, do you know the Panama Canal? If you go from the Atlantic to the Pacific, you will end up more easterly when you come out the other side.
What?
Yeah, it's mad. It's the geography of it, where the way it curls round. They cut it in a straight line.
Oh,
so you
okay.
come out more eastern than when you entered, even though you're going from the Atlantic to the Pacific. I'll show you.
I accidentally just dropped a pin in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean.
Why?
Near the Drake Passage, apparently.
I've got a Drake.
Because I was trying to remember, like, the Cape of Good Hope and the Horn of... I don't really know all those southernmost. I remember seeing them in books when I grew up, but I don't remember them off the top of my head.
So
I am very far away from there, by the way.
there you go. So if you go in there at the top, and then you pop out more easterly. You see?
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Because it curls round. Weird.
Uh-huh.
Panama's weird.
It is.
It is.
It's just a little isthmus.
They should... Well, you know what they should do? They should fill in that gap. Make it one country. That's what I reckon. Oh, yeah, we were talking about Iowa or some shit.
Iowa.
Another place that no one really gives a fuck about. That's a diss on Iowa and Panama.
Iowa, and we are now one step closer to that Biden-Trump rematch that very few voters seem to want.
Whoa. Time out. Okay? The reason I was annoyed about Vivek, it rhymes with knobhead, dropping out, is because I was absolutely certain it was going to be Cenk versus Vivek.
That's the ticket you were
Now
really waiting for.
now it's going to be Cenk versus Trump.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know why he's talking about Biden. What are you talking about?
He is like Paul Revere.
Christy, he is exactly like Paul Revere in that he won't be president next year.
Yeah.
So I mean, he's in that respect. That's something that both you and I share in common with Paul Revere. As well.
I really hope Gavin Newsom snarks on fucking DeSantis when he finally drops out.
Also, you know a thing I've got in common with Cenk? Because of the place I was born, I'm not fucking eligible to run for president.
Say, you can't be president.
Whereas you and Paul Revere, different.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
Speaking of very few voters, last night's turnout was the lowest in at least a decade. Get this, just 15% of registered Republicans participated.
Fucking 15%.
I did say. Yeah.
That's not democracy. That's
No.
Not
No.
I didn't realise it was that bad.
How is it worse when he says it? Are you just like man hearing or something? I said 15% of all registered Republicans because I got it from him.
I think I heard you say 50%, and I was like, well, that's shit, but like not that bad. Sorry.
Okay,
yeah. No, okay, my bad.
1-5. No, that's they do sound very similar. Like
they are similar. Apologies,
15,
Christy,
50. Yeah. guess.
15.
15 of
One
registered
five.
Republicans.
Exactly.
Not
Not even at the
population.
Yeah, no.
Of the whole fucking
now,
state.
Iowa's a pretty red place, right? But even so, there are lots of independents and Democrats as well.
Yeah.
So what would that work out as?
Well, some of the people who turned out
5%
were
of the state?
Some of the people who turned out were independents and Democrats.
Fuck me. Jesus Christ. That is fucking
There
mental.
are basically 3.2 million people in the state of Iowa, and 100,000 of them voted in this.
Are there that many people? I thought it was a bit smaller than that.
3.193 million in
that's-
2021.
Okay. That means they've got more than 3 electoral votes then, right? I think.
They might have 5 or something.
Yeah.
I don't know how many congressional districts they have.
Yeah, I don't
How
know
many
either.
how many congressional districts does Iowa have? You can find out. I have Google. 4.
4. There you go.
Yep.
So yeah, you get, was it 1 for the governor or something, and then
Senate, right?
yeah, 1 for the Senate, and then
Ugh.
the 4. So that's 6.
How many electoral votes does Iowa have? Just fucking ask. Show me the question, but not the answer. Oh, and then they just give me the entire country, and it's not even in fucking alphabetical order. It's like, looks like it's descending order, so I have to scroll fucking down. Jesus
Past the
Christ.
places that matter.
6.
There
6.
you
So
go.
yeah,
So it
2 for
was
the
6.
Senate.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2, 1 for each senator and each member of Congress.
So it almost matters. Not quite. Almost.
6 could be, yeah, 6 could be important. 6 could swing a close race, sure.
Like Arizona's like whatever it was, not that many. Well, no, not Arizona. Nevada.
Nevada has 6 as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Nevada was the place where they had all those fucking
Yeah,
a million
drama.
recounts and the non-zero number of people watching and all of that shit.
Mhm.
And that was one of the ones where they wanted to count the votes, not one of the states where they wanted to stop counting the votes, because it depended on which state you were in and how far ahead Trump was.
God, there's such a drop off. California has 54, Texas has 40, Florida has 30, New York has 28, and then it just drops. Illinois has 19.
How many does Wisconsin have?
10.
Oh, that's not bad. That's respectable.
Yeah.
Still, we got to say it was a decisive win that gives the front runner momentum and also helps him with that storyline he's been pushing, one of inevitability. Our experience last night was in Polk County.
I thought
We were
he
at a
was gonna say
caucus site where
victimhood.
no doubt the cold and the ice kept some people away. But the presence of Donald Trump in the race also brought some voters out.
Oh, talking of cold and ice and white people being bad at stuff, Tesla continues to absolutely rock it.
Oh, really?
Where we at? Where we
Cybertrucks are having a good first winter.
They are absolutely loving it, right?
Yo, I can't even get my door handles out.
Rather than having a regular door handle that
me
used to just
somewhere.
work,
Okay.
Yeah.
they've now got this weird like
Again.
CD case open thing,
Oh, man.
which doesn't work. There you
Yeah.
go. And because it's metal, you can't fucking grab it, otherwise your hand will freeze to the
Freeze
fucking
off,
thing.
yep.
So he just can't get into his car. He's just locked out of his own fucking car.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, indeed. That is the uh-oh of a man who knows he's fucked.
I'm not getting to work on time today.
Oh, anyway, beautiful. So yeah, that's the kind of ice that Iowa people were dealing with as well. That's the very sensible segue I did.
Mad Cat in the chat says, Christy, what states do we have to watch during the run-up? There's nothing to watch. Trump's going to be the nominee until he dies.
Yeah.
Like, the only question at this point is, like, when does Ron get out? And then how long before Nikki capitulates?
True.
Like, what is even her strategy here? Because the states, I know that they have to go to, like, Georgia. There's a bunch. It's always the same white evangelical base.
Yeah.
And if her argument is, I can get independents and Democrats to vote for me in a primary, what kind of fucking argument is that to be the Republican nominee?
True. I don't know. In all honesty, I don't know what the end game is for any of them, other than, I suppose, setting themselves up for a run in 4 years.
Yeah,
like if Haley does reasonably well, she puts herself in a strong place for 4 years' time. You know.
Yeah, but then what she has to do now is not alienate MAGA because they have a long memory, and in which case, why is she even running?
I suppose. I suppose
think...
they've got to set themselves up for the time when MAGA transforms into something else, because it can't continue to be MAGA. Like, Trump is MAGA, so once Trump can't run, what does MAGA even mean?
I was trying to think of anyone from the primary, Trump's first primary, that he actually put in his cabinet. You know, like Obama put Hillary Clinton and Biden put Pete.
Ben Carson.
Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah.
He put Ben Carson. He did talk with Mitt Romney, didn't he, about putting him in, and then didn't. I'm trying to think who else. You know, I think it was just Mitt Romney.
Yeah. Or Ben Carson.
Yeah.
Who was, like, you know, another B tier. He was on the kids' table debates, you know.
True.
So he wasn't.
What he liked was his, let's say, innovative approach to the history of ancient Egypt.
Yes.
Big fan of that.
Yeah. Built by aliens.
To store grain.
To store grain.
For Noah's flood. Like, do you think it's hollow? What? It's not fucking Kinder Egg, you prat. What?
In fact, we saw dozens of Democrats and independents at our site switch their party registration so they could participate and cast a vote for a Trump alternative, according to the caucus chair, who said they actually ran out of paperwork to accommodate everyone. They had to run out to someone's house.
That's true, Maria. It's because all the Teslas frozen shot that people didn't go out and vote for Vivek.
Oh, that's it.
See, again.
Damn you, Elon.
Elon, you fucked Vivek.
You did. You fucked him over.
House and get more. For more on last night's results, though, and that's a pretty interesting indicator.
Really
Yeah, they really had to do that. Ed O'Keefe is joining me here at the table and at Smoky Row. Ed, good morning.
2 mornings in a row, Tony. Good to see you. This was the big victory the Trump campaign was hoping for, and it cements his GOP frontrunner status. Nikki Haley and Ron DeSantis also punched their tickets out of Iowa. The question is, how much further will they go?
Iowa, thank you. We love you all.
Former President Donald Trump in Iowa last night taking his first...
Don Jr. coked off his nut. Did you see him?
I heard he gave like a really weird speech.
I haven't seen it, but I just saw him just sort of clapping and looking into the middle distance.
Yeah.
Like,
Mostly
he was off his fucking rocker.
He like was gracious. Well, he was faking graciousness to the other candidates, and he talked about like his kids, and he just like babbled on about like not usual Trump stuff because he knows he needs to start looking not off of his rocker.
True. I know he needs to go back to talking about like weird shit again. Fucking.
Oh, he will.
Yeah, the fact that toilets don't flush anymore. That sort of. He needs to go back to Crazy Town.
Look, he might take a breast drop away from Crazy Town, but that's where he lives now.
Yeah. Did you know that fucking can you inject light into people? What about bleach? Because bleach, although again, fucking, it's so underreported. But the fact that
if Trump wins the nomination, it will be the first time in this century that the winner of Iowa ends up the nominee for the GOP.
What? That was the safe word. Do you remember for the noise alert or whatever it was? I forgot what the word was.
Oh shit!
Anyway,
I don't think it was googly woogly, but okay.
Whatever it was.
Tonight's googly woogly.
Thank you, Kieran, who says if Trump wins the nomination, it will be the first time in this century that the winner of the Iowa ends up the nominee for the GOP.
You know what I think?
What?
I think that guarantees he's going to die.
That would be very funny. I know. Well, I've got it. I already predicted that, so I get to look like a genius.
But you're absolutely
murderer.
right. Iowa never produces the nominee. So what's going to happen when Trump?
Well, because it's not very representative of America, is it? Iowa. It shouldn't go first, really. No. But you know. But then again, it shouldn't go at all. Fuck you, Iowa. No, I'm only joking. Iowa's fine. It's got Des Moines.
It does.
One of the most Frenchly named capitals.
Yeah, and they got a pretty good football.
Boise and Montpellier.
True, Montpellier.
And Pierre.
Mm-hmm.
There's some French ones in there.
Yes.
Yeah. It's representative of Republicans, old and white. True.
Yeah. True.
First big step in his historic bid to return to the White House.
This is the first because the big night is going to be in November when we take back our country.
Trump trounced his closest Republican rivals.
I want to congratulate Ron.
Hang on, but Donald, If they stole the election last time, what's going to stop them stealing the election this time? Oh, that's right. You were just lying.
Yeah.
You were in the Copacabana.
You stole this election with all of those extra Chinese ballots that got stuffed into popcorn buckets.
Exactly. The Chinese and their bamboo popcorn buckets. Yes.
Yes.
Anna Nikki.
Florida Governor Ron DeSantis outpaced
God
polls and
over
came in a
government.
distant second, but it was
Jesus
the place he
Christ. Isn't that literally the opposite of what America's supposed to be?
Yes.
Fuck me dead. God over government.
They're just open about their Christian nationalism. We want a theocracy.
Yeah. Why not just go the full whole hog and just say God mit uns?
Yeah.
Fuck it. Just go full Nazi with it.
Mm-hmm.
Who cares, you know?
to continue his campaign.
In spite of all of that they threw at us, everyone against us, we've got our ticket punched out of Iowa.
I didn't make
Former
my own
South
target.
Carolina Governor Nikki Haley finished third, but argued her strength in the next-up contests in New Hampshire and her home state ensures she's now Trump's top opponent.
Tonight, Iowa made this Republican primary a two-person race.
So how did Trump win Iowa?
I don't know that any of you count as people.
Another bucket.
Another random bucket. Iowa, do you want to look any more rustic? Like, you genuinely look like backward bumpkin people. We've got popcorn buckets, greasy chicken bags. Literally, I don't even know what the fuck this is. A prepper bucket? I don't know. But it... and that one's got number 33, so it's Larry Bird.
Someone in the chat said DeSantis should go back to Florida where he isn't hated by as many people. Well, the thing is that he did so many shitty things. He picked a fight with Disney. He did like stupid COVID stuff.
Yeah.
And now, because he isn't addressing issues like climate change, insurance companies are just leaving Florida. They're just ending their services. And my dad told me, because we had this conversation about stuff about climate change, my uncle has a condo down in Florida, typical kind of like Wisconsin snowflake who goes to Florida after he retires. He pays $6,000 a year just on insurance.
Ooh.
On that house.
That's quite.
Or on the condo. Yeah. That's eating out of his retirement. In 10 years, that's $60,000.
That's a lot of fucking money, yeah.
Just to live there. That's like an entire, you could live on $60,000. And he's just paying his, for his insurance. Yeah. It's not worth it.
That's a good question in chat. Does Kentucky use KFC buckets?
I don't know if they have a caucus.
Well, I don't know either. But either way, it will be funny to see Nikki Haley lose her home state.
It will be, yeah. I don't know how she's going to go on
Florida's too far into the thing, because that's Super Tuesday, isn't it? I think Florida. So I don't think it'll even be a situation that Ron will face. But Nikki Haley will lose her home state, and that will be funny. So.
Yeah, I can see DeSantis limping along until South Carolina, but after South Carolina, no. And then Haley, I think, will stick around till South Carolina, but there's no point sticking around after that.
Yeah.
She just can't compete with him on a national level. I mean, he's just he's been sucking out a lot of his money for his legal defense, so maybe he doesn't have as big a ground game as...
Well, no, he doesn't have and it doesn't matter because he's the GOP. That's always the problem. It didn't matter if you could come up with the best candidate. You could come up with someone with, I don't know, Ronald Reagan-esque appeal to the American people, which is bizarre to me, but he did clearly have a lot of appeal, and they still wouldn't be able to do anything because it's Trump. It's the Trump party now.
Yeah.
Until he's out of their system, until he can't run anymore, either because he's dead or because he's had 2 terms or whatever. And to be honest with you, even when he's out of it, they need him to be dead. Because he's just going to be a wrecker from the sidelines.
Exactly.
Just constantly fucking shit up. They need him gone. Look, I'm not saying they should take steps to ensure that that's the case.
We're all just waiting, right?
Okay?
We all know the clock's ticking.
He's old and all the rest of it. I don't think they need to assassinate him. I'm not suggesting they should. I'm not suggesting they should. Other people may differ, but
FBI,
I'm not saying that.
FBI, this is a bit. He's not.
Well, I'm not. What? I'm saying I'm not saying that he should.
Exactly.
I'm saying the GOP shouldn't necessarily assassinate Donald Trump. I don't know why you're getting touchy about that. That's perfectly fine. Okay.
Okay. I saw another amazing statistic about the people who turned out to vote for Nikki Haley.
Did they also want to assassinate him?
13% of them said they were going to vote for Biden in the general election.
Love it. Fucking beautiful, man. Well, because that's the thing. Trump is. I think. I don't think Trump will win, even though Biden's very unpopular, because Trump is hated in so much of America. Like, there's a lot of some Americans who love him, but most of the American people either hate him or just don't like him.
He just needs to be like, so right now he's doing his sort of like victim tour around with his he's going out and doing spin for all of his trials, right?
Yeah.
He's managing his public relations more than he's managing his campaign right now. But he only ever talks about himself.
Yeah.
And the more that he just shows how self-consumed he is, people, I think, unless they're in the cult, like, I'm not going to vote to keep this guy out of prison.
Yeah.
That's not what I'm going to use my vote for.
Yeah, I just think he's that unpopular.
Yeah. And there's also this sort of like weird take in the punditry that if somehow Trump lost and Nikki Haley was the nominee against Biden, that, oh my gosh, all of a sudden it's going to be such a race. It's going to be so difficult for Biden to win. Like, why do you think these MAGA people are going to go vote for a woman of color?
Yeah, they're not.
They're not. They're not going to vote for not Trump.
Yeah.
They're there for Trump, not the GOP.
Yeah.
And all his little cultists like Marjorie Taylor Greene and whatnot. Yeah. But no, just no.
Although it was very funny during the week. You know, she posted hog again in the hearings, the Hunter Biden hearings. She posted the picture of his cock with the big. She had one of those big like blow up cut out fucking things that the Congress people like bringing to these events with his dong on it. And so trending all day was the phrase #Marjorie Taylor Peen.
Why isn't she done for revenge porn?
Well, she should be, yes. I don't know if do you have parliamentary privilege in the Congress in the way you do in Britain? Where you can't, but for those who don't know, you can't be taken to court. You're not legally responsible for anything you say in Parliament, which allows them to, talk about things completely freely.
Well, I know that there is a procedure for introducing exhibits. I think that you have to, and I don't know all the rules of Congress and if the rules on the floor are different from the rules in the committee.
Yeah.
But I'm sure that obscene, it doesn't really matter. But I don't know.
No, that's absolutely fair enough. I was just sort of wondering aloud as to why they might not do that.
Yeah.
I can understand the police being reticent to go after people doing politics. You don't want us to be seen to be overtly political in that way as a police department.
And the thing is, if you saw people, when Twitter, before it became shitter, there were times I saw people who would try to post something about Melania with her lesbian pic. And people on the left in their comments would be like, don't shame her. Like, this is wrong, right? Like, don't shame her sex work or anything like that. And checking that movement, and nobody's checking her. Nobody's saying this is revenge porn. This is skeezy. You're not winning points. You're breaking the law.
Yeah, breaking the law. Yes. Thank you to Web Historian for gifting a sub. Much love to
Rohack. I mean, you're saying Biden's not doing enough. Biden hasn't started campaigning yet. He the kickoff was like the Valley Forge. It was just the hint of him starting to put things, like getting a campaign. So you're saying that he's not doing enough. He's not actually running yet. He's still doing presidential stuff. And I know he comments from time to time, but he's not out there making appearances yet and glad handing and doing all that stuff. So like it's January.
There is nearly a year still basically until that. So there's a long time to go. I don't think he's doing that well, and he is pretty fucking unpopular, clearly. But it is still midterm. But I just think Trump is so unpopular. Like, it's unfortunate. It's very similar to here in Britain, where both options don't seem particularly
but we're in a
enticing.
different. But generally, American elections roll on the economy. It's the economy, stupid, right?
Yeah.
And unemployment numbers are down.
Yeah.
what was I? Something else is good that's going. GDP is going up, right? Wages are also going up. And my dad was telling me that, he saw a big bump in his retirement, portfolio because the stock market is going up. And with the retirees, there was an amazing poll, because I know the media likes to focus on young voters. There was a Pennsylvania poll, and they pulled out the crosstabs on age groups. And for people 55 or older, 60 or older, Biden was selected by Pennsylvania voters and generics, in a representative sample, 67% to 30 something.
Wow, if Trump loses older voters,
yes,
it's fucked.
Yeah. Exactly.
Because basically the rule of thumb is, with Trump, the older they are and the richer they are, the more likely they are to vote for him. So if he starts to lose those more elderly voters, he's just done.
Well, maybe he shouldn't go out saying things, and these are going to go into ads. Like, I hope the stock market crashes before I become president.
Yeah. Or, maybe you can go with their vote and it doesn't matter if you die. It's probably not a vote winner amongst older people, I would think. Might make them question their vote.
But if you're if Trump's out, they play those clips of him saying, "I want to see an economic crash and the stock market go down."
Yeah.
People who are retired, their savings are often tied to those kind of assets. So.
Oh yeah, and in terms of the Israel-Hamas thing, again, I don't think that's helping Biden, but we're 10 months away. If that calms down, that won't even be an issue anymore. Look,
I know
it'll
still
be a fucking awful humanitarian problem, but it won't be in the headlines and people will have forgotten about it.
Yeah, the people who vote are going to vote on domestic issues. It's very, very rare for American elections to be decided on foreign policies.
Yeah, very much so. Yeah, I mean, the last time it had a big impact would probably be, Iraq?
Even then, it probably just helped Bush.
Well, that's what I mean. Yeah, people sort of rallied around him because of patriotism and cheese-eating surrender monkeys, etc.
Yeah, and all that. Yeah,
freedom fries.
Oh God.
Iowa, with broad support across the GOP spectrum, with men, women, older voters, and
white people,
younger voters,
white people, older white people,
also,
younger white people.
The University of Kentucky. You're in the wrong place, mate. What's happening here?
Wow, look at that diversity.
Yeah.
And according to
Gray
CBS
hair,
News
white
entrance
hair,
polls,
silver
he
hair.
doubled his support from 8 years ago.
What's this? No college degree, 28, 65. Well, yeah, but no. Even when he came to Iowa in 2016, no one expected him to win.
Yeah, he was.
Trump didn't expect to win.
Yeah. By the way, again, with the exit polls, Trump was the leading candidate for people who support a nationwide abortion ban.
Brilliant.
And Trump was the leading candidate for people who oppose a national abortion ban.
God. I was just thinking, though, how many abortions do you think he's paid for?
I have no idea.
I reckon double figures.
Yeah, abortion though is just completely dropped off as an issue because now they kind of got what they wanted, and it's all state. It's really more difficult to make it a national focus point for federal offices.
Yeah,
because it's now been kicked down to the state, so it's your governor and your legislature.
Ted Cruz won in 2016.
But on the other side, Democrats and women name it as their top reason for getting out to vote for Democratic candidates.
Thank you, Kieran Saunders. Yes, Ted Cruz won in 2016, and he went on to become president. Oh, no, he didn't.
Oh, Santorum. Who else won? Steve Forbes won Iowa.
That is a callback reference.
Well, I was watching a lot of political coverage today,
Well,
so I'm doing this from memory of this afternoon, not.
Oh, yeah, did you see, talking of young Mr. Cruz.
John McCain, also, when he ran against Bush.
Yeah. Although he did become candidate later on, so that's.
Yeah, but I don't think he won Iowa when he ran. That might have been when Steve Forbes won it or something.
Yeah, did you see Ted Cruz being literally scum? Literally a terrible person. So the big freeze is happening in America because it's in the Northern Hemisphere and it's January.
Yes.
So Ted Cruz decided to have a laugh and a joke about that time he fucked off to Cancun and let people in his state die. So this is the SNL bit of him with the Cancun thing. And he said, Texans, with the freeze coming, wrap your pipes, cover your plants, stay off icy roads and keep your family safe. And if it gets too damn cold, join me in Cancun. Because you remember, because people died when he fucked off and he didn't give a shit. So,
also, like, hey, if you're poor, fuck you. Let them eat cake. It's basically a let them eat cake moment.
Yeah, let them travel to Cancun.
Yeah, on their minimum wage pay that hasn't increased in 15 years or something.
Yeah, the party of the little guy. Unbelievable.
With key voting blocks. The very
and Ted Cruz is the perfect example of why you should never trust Canadians.
Yep, they're sneaky.
Exactly. Or pissed live on stream.
Yep.
You're pulling a Vivek now. You realise this?
Hey, I'm pouring one out for him.
True. I'm pissing one out for my homeboy.
All right, and now a little lemon.
Yeah.
Conservative, voters without a college degree, and white evangelical Christians. And Trump dominated among the top issues of concern to caucus goers, immigration and the economy. Iowa also
How didn't he win on abortion though? 11%. Because he was president. He got that done.
Well, that might have been the ranking of how important the issues were too.
Oh, okay.
So
okay, right. Oh, yeah. Never mind then.
I'd have to look at the chart again, but yeah.
Helped shrink the field, and when businessman Vivek Ramaswamy dropped out, he threw his support.
No.
Snake.
The former president.
Snake.
My hope is dead, Krista.
Now going forward, he will have my full endorsement.
Now,
you absolute cock.
Yeah, such a suck up, such a clout goblin, as someone said earlier.
Pathetic.
It is.
Like it's not quite Theodore Cruz when he said that your wife was ugly and that your dad might be the Zodiac killer, and then you went and phone banked for the cunt. Right?
Yes.
Like that was worse, but still, it's on that sort of. It's on that spectrum of
debasement.
Yeah.
This is
complete lack of self-respect. Yeah.
Honestly, if this was a kink, I'd have more respect for you. If this is what you did.
Public humiliation fetish. You want Trump to just spit on you.
Yeah, the thing is here, don't involve us. We didn't consent, Vivek, to
exactly. This is like
in public.
This is almost like he's going out barefoot. Krista.
He's just tempting people now.
He's just doing. Look, Vivek. We need to start early this year. The kink at Pride discourse needs to be about Vivek Ramaswamy and his weird kinks in public. Okay.
Yep.
Exactly. My hope isn't dead. It's dude. Correct.
Now Trump is hoping to leverage his Iowa landslide as the race moves on, and he focuses more attention on President Biden.
He is the worst president that we've had in the history of our country.
It literally expanded GDP faster than you did, motherfucker.
There were ones that owned humans.
Yes. Actual human-owning presidents.
Polk literally traded humans from the desk of the Oval Office. But Biden's worse.
Of course. Well, he's going to prosecute him, for the potential attack in Taiwan.
Look,
by the Chinese government.
But Buchanan just allowed rebels to just take over the south of the country and fuck over and create a civil war. That just happened. But somehow Biden's worse than that.
Yep, always.
One of them had to resign because they were literally secretly taping their political opponents.
Committing
literal felonies and shit.
Yeah.
But Biden's worse.
Always.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd be interested to hear a bit more detail on that, Donald. If you're able to conjure up a thought, perhaps.
Other than brain feelings, like reptile sort of reactions to things that are then encased in words.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Hey, adverts!
And you can't skip them anymore, huh?
You can.
Okay.
Last night, President Biden acknowledged Trump's win in a fundraising appeal, hoping to build on the record $97 million his re-election campaign and Democrats took in the fourth quarter. As for Trump, he's now in New York City and poised to attend yet another court hearing, this time the second defamation trial brought by the author.
When he said he's in New York, I thought, he's campaigning in New York? Oh, no, of course not, no. What, silly me? No.
Public relations. Yeah, he's using the death of his mother-in-law to claim that he's being treated unfairly because the court won't delay jury selection, even though he doesn't have to be there at all. He's not at all required to sit through jury selection.
Yeah. But you know, all
he wants to
eyes are
stop
on
the
him.
trial.
Yeah.
Well, no, what he wants to do, of course, is this is the penalty phase of the case. They're going to decide how much he has to pay her again, because he's already he already was found guilty of the second defamation. So the jury is going to be selected and interviewed by the judge. And what Trump wants to do is take all these people who've already been interviewed and have already made an appointment to be at court on that day and go, no, we need to start over. We have to shut down everything. So my attorneys can't show up because it's my mother-in-law's funeral. And the judge went, no.
Yeah, no.
No. We can proceed without you. This is procedural. You're not testifying. It's fine. And he's like, and Alina Hobbit actually had an argument with the judge today. And he said, when I give a ruling in my court, that is the end of the argument, not the beginning of it.
Yeah. Alina Hobbit, is that from the Lord of the Rings?
Hobba, didn't I say?
Hobbit?
Hobbit, yeah.
Hobbit? I don't know.
Elena Frodo.
Elena Baggins. Let's go.
Proud feet.
Team Carroll.
Potato.
Tony Oliver, a reminder, this campaign season runs through places like Iowa, but also a bunch of courtrooms.
Yeah, a lot of courtrooms as well. The courtroom is the campaign trail, but people are also going to be in New Hampshire, and thank you very much. And speaking of New Hampshire, that vote...
Yeah, look, what I should have done was, when I was going through the bad presidents, I should have gone, you know that guy that was impeached twice?
Yes,
yeah,
that one.
I reckon he would have been
First
worse,
time in
sure.
history.
Yeah. It's incredible.
Is now just 1 week away.
He has as many impeachments himself as all of the other presidents combined. Ever. Just saying.
He doubled the number of impeachments in one term.
He did. Well, that is... Well, look, talk about inflation, Christo. 100% inflation in the number of fucking...
Yes.
That thing.
In impeachments.
Impeachments. Yeah. I nearly said indictments. That's a different thing. Sort of.
Way, and forgive me for this next quote, people of Iowa, but a governor of the state of New Hampshire once said, and again, direct quote here, the people of Iowa pick corn, the people of New Hampshire pick presidents. Ouch, but he did
it. Shade!
Oh, yeah, shots fired. It's an interstate rivalry there.
Shade! Did you see the Storm Babbitt shot through Whitby today? What? I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
What was that series of words?
Did you see that Storm Babbitt shot through Whitby today? So Whitby's in Yorkshire, I think. So is there a Storm Babbitt? And can we get some RIPs for Storm Babbitt, please? Honestly, Ashley Babbitt dying will always be funny.
Noted.
Just, I don't even care if I never make partner.
For that one.
Like, we've seen all the footage now. Like, yeah, she deserved it. I'm sorry, she did. There are times I'm not a person who is in favour generally of state officers enforcing violence upon people, but there is a time and a place, and I think that was justified. Yeah.
Okay.
Just putting that out there. What say you, Christo?
I think we've discussed this before. I think that given that she was warned, she was told there was a gun, and she chose to break through the barrier and try to cross over where members of Congress were in fear of their lives and the entire Capitol was under attack, that the reaction to shoot someone to protect their charge was reasonable and justified.
Yep. You know, if you don't want a perforated neck, you don't need to be there. They heard all the chatter on all of the comms. Yeah.
Right.
And they were literally saying, back up or we'll shoot.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And they were like,
many times.
No, we're going to come in and kill Congress people.
Yeah.
Were you expecting not to get shot?
Yeah, because she was a white woman.
I'm surprised they didn't, like, fucking nuke you. You know what I mean? Like, I expected when you get anywhere near one of those buildings, if you've got any intent of violence whatsoever, there's going to be a sniper that'll take you out.
Yeah,
you know
apparently not, though.
Apparently not. Yeah, thin blue line, Kev, absolutely. Yeah. So my partner pushed 30-24. Yes.
Have a point. In 5 of the last 7 GOP primaries without an incumbent, New Hampshire did, in fact, pick the eventual nominee. Caitlin Huey Burns is there in New Hampshire. She's made her way. I think it's a little warmer. And
well, because New Hampshire is a little bit more representative, albeit that it's very
Look.
small.
Look, if Haley wins New Hampshire and Trump wins Iowa, then I'm just going to call it and he's going to be dead before the convention.
Okay.
Those are the two signs. Those are the two portents.
Okay, but Christy, the most important thing, how?
Stroke.
Well, I was going to say stroke as well, but in a different way. Asphyxie wank.
I don't think he gets that, up as often anymore. I think he's just going to be...
Well, exactly,
like,
that's the problem. He put all of his effort into it.
Oh, I'd love him to go.
He got too close to the edge and he couldn't stop himself.
Let him go like Elvis did.
Just shit himself to death.
On the toilet,
On the toilet. That's my favourite element of the Elvis Presley still being alive conspiracy. If you were going to fake your death, I don't think you'd do a shitting yourself to death fake.
On the toilet.
Do you know what I mean? That's the way you want to be remembered, is shitting yourself to death.
Nope.
No, you go out in a blaze of glory, car crash, or...
James Dean.
Yeah, exactly, like some fucking...
Grace Kelly.
Yeah, like, oh, I'm going up into space in a rocket and it explodes. Oh, crazy. Like, something like that. Not, you know... I voided my bowels and had a heart attack on a drug bender. It's not exactly the sexiest way to go.
No.
Just saying. Hello there, Javi Trino and the Javi Trinoettes, or whatever you people call yourselves. Welcome in, everyone. I'm Kevin Logan, socialist from the UK. You can hit the follow button if you wanted to. You can also go over and follow Christy Winters on YouTube.
Why?
Or if you're into D&D...
Yeah, check out Rolling Left.
Javi's been on the D&D, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Javi got busy and we miss him.
Yeah.
Also, Javi sadly chose a really super complicated character for his... No, he didn't choose it. The computer did an auto generation. And because he was new, he didn't know that it was probably way too complicated.
Yeah.
But I would always love to have him back.
Yeah. Anyway, go and follow Javi on the various platforms on which they operate.
Yeah.
A little more predictive. Caitlin, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Tony. Well, we've got a little bit of snow on the ground here in New Hampshire to compete with you all in Iowa, but New Hampshire is a place that has long offered some hope for candidates coming off of losses in Iowa. And this time, Nikki Haley is hoping to make this a competitive race with Donald Trump. But she is hoping to tap into independent voters here in this state who play an outsized role in the primary.
In New Hampshire, supporters of Nikki Haley weren't waiting on Iowa.
Hi there.
As Iowans caucused Monday, we spent time here with canvassers for a super PAC backing
Oh my
the
God, look at
former
these
UN
fucking neighborhoods
ambassador.
they're going to.
Yeah, this is like the most middle-class shit I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is
Like
a very specific type of people that live in these areas.
Yep. Registered Republicans.
Yeah.
Greg Moore is the group's senior advisor.
More than twice as many people.
His face doesn't look real. It looks like he's an amalgam of, you know, when they put the moulding of lots of different faces together to make a composite? He's
Yes.
a composite of all white Americans.
There you go.
Just put them all together and that's what they look like.
Average American.
Yeah.
Male. White male.
Exactly.
People will be voting in New Hampshire, then will be caucusing in Iowa for a state that's less than half the size.
Does New Hampshire take any cues from Iowa?
There hasn't been, in a non-incumbent election, there hasn't been a situation where the Iowa caucus and the New Hampshire primary were won by the same person since...
Also, we can't have the word caucus said that many times without noting that the American pronunciation starts with cock.
Quack.
Caucus.
Caucus. Mm-hmm.
Caucus. Do you call
Like the
them
caucuses.
Yeah, do you call them the caucuses?
Yeah, the caucuses. Normally, that's a very sound. Caucuses, yeah.
Well, I
As opposed to the caucuses.
Yeah, sometimes it is difficult to get your mouth around a good caucuses.
1976.
You know Iowa starts it. You know that you correct it.
One reason New Hampshire
What?
goes its own
Yeah, I
way,
don't fucking
those
know.
registered as independent or undeclared make up more than 39%.
Also, we don't need a new Hampshire. We've already got Hampshire, and it's shit.
Also, how long do you get to be new? I'm really thinking it's 200 years is probably you're no longer new.
New York.
Yeah.
New.
You should just be York at this
yeah,
point.
you're just York.
Yeah.
Like-
or at least like
Boston isn't
teen
new
York.
Boston. It's just Boston.
Yeah.
Yeah.
or like used Hampshire?
Soiled York.
Good, like new Hampshire? How about that?
Second-hand Mexico.
Very good Hampshire? Almost new Hampshire?
No, I'm only saying that, Sid Wolf, because I know you're from Southampton. So, yeah, that's I'm just having a dig at Hampshire. To be fair, though, right, I am equal opportunities. I attack Birmingham more than any other place. Because it is a bit shit. That's 2 nights in a row I've made a woman yawn. Live on stream.
I'm just very cozy. I've got a nice heavy blanket and very warm, and I've dimmed the lights, so...
You made that sound a lot sexier than I was imagining. And to be honest with you, when it gets sexy with a lady, she often starts yawning. That is, yeah, true.
And to voters in the state.
Also, beard. Love it.
That is quite the
cast
beard.
Ballots in the primary. Voters like
I wonder if they're collecting votes in that beard. You just post your vote into his beard. It's about as safe as the bag, I think.
Yeah, or a popcorn bucket.
Popcorn bucket, beard.
Yeah,
it's how George Washington envisaged it.
Amy Allen.
Although, to be fair, when he was voted, there was like 6 people could vote. So a bag was actually quite safe.
Yes, yeah.
Towards Haley.
I would absolutely not support Trump. I can't support someone that I don't respect.
CBS News polling shows that while 48% of likely Republican voters in Iowa align themselves with Trump's MAGA mantra, only 33% in New Hampshire do.
I'm thrilled to be back in your beautiful state.
But the former president leads the polls in New Hampshire.
Well, okay, so Christie vote will go to Haley.
Why is
Vivek will go to Trump.
Is Asa Hutchinson still running?
One of those dates. I
the
don't
4th
know.
to the 8th of January this year.
Did you have Ada? Did you have Ada Hutchinson?
Asa.
I thought they said
Asa, please, Christie, have some respect. This man's going to be president. He is. Look, he's got 1%, sort of. I do have Asa Hutchinson. Oh, no, the race is on. Oh, no. Who crossed him out?
Well, wait. No, it says, 3 hours ago, Asa Hutchinson drops out of the race.
Oh, and again.
3 hours ago.
Oh, the Kev W train just never stops. Ow, chicka chicka.
So you only won 3 hours ago.
Well, you know what, Christy? It feels even better then. It feels even better. Oh, fucking beautiful.
The state that catapulted him.
Also, DeSantis, drop out, mate. Look at this.
Already. Yeah.
I mean, I know it's New Hampshire and, like, you're not trying to win New Hampshire or something, but, like, 5%, you're not coming back from that.
Yeah, you were losing to Chris Christie and Vivek.
Vivek, who dropped out, is beating you. Christie, who's dropped out, is beating you. You're barely beating Hutchinson, who's dropped out. Fuck me, I'm getting more votes in New Hampshire than you
I
prick.
think so, yeah.
To the nomination.
Cheng's getting more votes than you.
In 2016 after a loss in Iowa.
You started it. Remember, you started it.
This time, Haley is hoping New Hampshire starts something for her.
Now, to be clear, Nikki Haley still has an uphill climb here in New Hampshire. Donald Trump leads in all the polls, and he's expected to have a very heavy presence here in the state with nearly a half a dozen events already.
A heavy presence. There's no need to have a go at him for being fat.
Oh, yeah. You remember I told you that Trump was trying to get the entire jury selection delayed and redone because he needed
At
to attend a
KF Logan
funeral?
1875,
Well,
I have an
apparently,
updated list.
the
You
judge
both
found
have
out
one
that
left.
he had scheduled a campaign event for the night, that same day, that in the evening. So he couldn't go to court, which he wasn't even required to go to, but he could do a campaign event because he was in so much mourning.
Yeah. Ridiculous, yeah. But he's full of shit, isn't he?
Absolutely.
Updated. Who's Ryan Blinkler? I've never even heard of that person. Ryan.
Still in the race?
I don't know. Ryan Blinkler. Blinker? Apparently Ryan Blinker is a name of a car from Cars.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't see that cartoon. Sorry. Yeah.
No, I've never seen it either. Ryan.
It's because I'm an adult.
Are you doing is that a joke? Because I don't even understand what?
I guess you need to understand the Cars reference. Maybe it's funny then?
Hutchinson dropped out today. Yeah, I know
Yeah.
Richardson dropped out today. We already did that bit. I got to celebrate again. It was awesome. Celebrate. Good times. Come on. There. It's a celebration.
On the schedule. Tony?
Caitlin, thank you very much. Joining now, Major Garrett, our chief Washington correspondent. Help us understand what it all means here. Please make sense of it, Major.
Apparently, yeah, this is a real person. Oh, Ryan Binkley. Ryan Binkley.
You said it so many different ways now.
Well, because they spelt it in the thing Ryan Blink, but it's apparently Ryan Binkley, who is a real person, apparently, and they're running still somehow.
Did you pick them?
Apparently, they're on my list. I've never heard of them.
Oh, if I win because you picked a no-name who won't drop out, that would be hilarious.
Yeah.
This is to all my friends right here in Iowa. First of all, Iowa, thank you. Thank you for doing all that you do. I've been to 99 counties, many 2 and 3 times.
I got 99 counties, but my votes ain't one. Because he's not getting any fucking votes.
0.
Sometimes face-to-face,
number.
one-on-one, sometimes with 50 or 100, but many times just a few of you talking, sharing what really matters to you. I want to ask you tonight, would you pray? I looked at the polls. 30% of you are undecided still. 30% of you,
Well, if all of them vote for you, you still won't win.
I've never heard of this guy.
I don't know who he is. Yeah, who is
But
this?
apparently, he's still running, and you got him.
Yeah, okay, so let's type his name in properly then, so now we know who he is. Ryan Binkley is a politician. He is, there we go. He got 774 votes in Iowa.
That's all his family.
Yeah, that's incredible. He is, has he ever held a position of any kind?
Sounds like a pastor.
A member of the Republican, Binkley announced in 2023 he would seek the party's nomination, call for a run for president by... He said he was called to run for president by God.
Oh, of course.
He
That's
said,
always
a message came to him 7 years ago telling him that his nation is in trouble. Binkley has built the... Oh, can we watch the creationist cat?
Yeah?
Idaho debate thing from years
Oh,
ago.
God,
It's
yeah.
so good.
Oh, yes.
Okay, it reminds me of this guy. Hang on, fuck it. Right. Oh, it's so good. Also, go and check out Vadim and Creationist Cat and all of that. Oh, hang on. Creationist Cat. I think it was Idaho debates, something like that. There we go. Who's running for governor of Idaho? Amazing, honestly.
I used to work night.
Shut up with your fucking advert, you prick. Also, I think we're done with Iowa. You get the idea.
Yeah, I mean, we dragged that out for like almost 2 hours.
Yeah.
You know, go to an hour and a half, so that's good.
Welcome to the Idaho debates. A look at the candidates on the 2014 primary ballot.
Wow, a decade ago. Shit.
Hello and welcome to the Idaho debates at the Idaho
this
Public.
video is from 9 years ago.
Wow.
Fuck.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Television studios. Tonight, the 4 Republican candidates for governor take the stage to ask for your vote. The governor of Idaho has supreme executive power in the state and is tasked with ensuring all state laws
I mean,
are
just look at him. The cat is not the strangest thing there.
No, that's the weird thing about this video.
The human-sized cat is, honestly, doesn't even make the top 2 of weird shit there.
I want to welcome the candidates. Harley Brown is a former commanding officer of Naval Construction Forces. Walt Bays is a high school graduate who's...
What the fuck is that creature? It's not human. It's I don't know what species it is. It's like someone tried to draw Charles Darwin from memory.
Okay, I just want to point out, like, when you're in your 70s and you ask for your, like, someone's going to introduce you and, like, give me a little bit of your bio. Well, I'm a high school graduate.
Oh, bless. Like, okay. I mean, I assume you can walk as well.
That's exactly what she said. So-and-so is a high school graduate.
Talk about damning with faint praise.
Yes.
says he has lost almost as many elections as Abraham Lincoln. Governor Butch Otter has served 2 terms.
And I imagine that, like Abraham Lincoln, he's now dead.
Yeah.
This was a few years ago.
A decade ago now, yeah.
terms as Idaho's chief executive officer and was also an Idaho state representative.
And I'm Creationist Cat, the Lord's chosen cat. Hope you don't mind me doing my own intro there.
All right, Mr. Brown, your opening remarks.
They say that the child is the father of the man. And when I was a kid, I used to play Army all the time. Bang, I got you. No, bang, I got you. Anyhow, several years later, I was at the low point of my life. I mean, things were bad. And I cried out to God. I said, God, how about putting me back on active duty and making me a battalion commander? Long story short, he says, no, son, I got a higher rank for you. I'm going to make you the commander-in-chief. And I stagger not at his promise. I'll get into that more with you.
What?
Don't think I'm crazy, because I'm not.
It's so reassuring. I need more politicians to come out and say, don't think I'm crazy, because I'm not. I do feel reassured. I'm glad you mentioned that. Thank you, sir.
Okay, can we recap that answer? So, when I was a kid, I used to play Army.
Bang, I got you. Bang, I got you is a thing he said.
Yeah, then I was in a bad place and I cried out to God.
Yeah, and then...
They put me back in the Army and he said, no, God said what?
God said, no, I've got a higher calling for you. I'm going to make you commander-in-chief. But I'll get into that. Don't think I'm crazy, because I'm not. Honestly, you should make him president. He's a genius.
Oh, I have a feeling my stomach muscles are going to get a workout today.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Mr. Brown. Mr. Bays, your opening remarks.
We've got a thing called abortion. The Eighth Circuit Court ruled that life starts at conception. Abortion is murder. It is by state law. It is any way you look at it. And if I am the governor, it'll be my job, my duty, and my privilege to stop abortions in this state, and it'll stay that way till somebody throws me out.
All right, your opening remarks.
Ladies and gentlemen of Idaho, this is officially the craziest debate of all time. I mean, I'm a freaking cat that was zapped by God through the internet, and I'm not even close to being the weirdest thing about it.
True.
I have no clue what that first guy was talking about, but as for Redneck Santa Claus, I personally don't think he's pro-life enough. I'm so pro-life that I believe every sperm that escapes from a man's penis should be forcibly injected into the nearest random uterus. I make no exceptions for rape, incest, or if the mother's life is in danger, unless she happens to be really ugly. Because as your governor, I want to increase the number of good-looking women at parties. And in closing, I'd just like to suggest that we skip this jerk to my left's opening remarks, because after what's preceded it, I think we all know it's going to seem pretty freaking boring in comparison.
This week, a federal judge overturned Idaho's constitutional ban on same-sex marriage. You called it a culture war. Will there ever be a point at which you lay down your arms in this culture war and move on to other issues?
In 2006, the people overwhelmingly...
Butch Otter.
Yep.
His name is Butch Otter.
Idaho.
But he's the normal one. He's
Yeah,
like the
yeah.
actual politician there.
Yep.
His
Yep.
name is...
Butch.
Butch Otter.
Butch Otter.
Which is just making me think of an otter that's really ripped. Like a really fucking hench otter.
Like a gym otter.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Just spends all his day at the gym.
Just an
working
otter
out.
that won't shut the fuck up
Yeah.
about gains. Oh, fucking gains. Urgh.
Eats a lot of whey protein.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Roid rage otter. Indeed, Turn Left Media, indeed. Everyone go and follow Turn Left Media, by the way, who is awesome. Yes, this is a real thing that really happened 10 years ago, except the cat, which, yeah, but it's, again, not the weirdest thing there.
Identified marriage in Idaho in Article 3, Section 28 of the Constitution, and said that marriage is between one man and one woman.
Yeah, people are bigoted.
I intend to pursue this all the way to the Supreme Court, and I suspect that that's where we're going to end up.
Yes.
How'd
that work out for you?
Yeah. And we go to Chris Kamara for the result on that one. Oh, it turns out the gays won. Okay.
Same question.
Well, with all due respect to Governor Jerkface, I hear a lot of talk, but no common sense solutions. It's as though he doesn't even recognize that gay marriage is not just an attack on marriage itself, but an attack on our rights to tell the homos what to do.
True.
Now, a lot of people like to cite homosexuality supposedly occurring in nature as a defense, but take it from an actual animal. It doesn't.
True.
What we have here are a bunch of freaking heterosexual animals and humans that are possessed by gay demons.
True.
Which is why, as Idaho's next governor, I shall propose a sweeping exorcism initiative to rid this great state of all gay demonic influence. And without the gay demons, no need for the gay marriage.
See, that's what we need.
Mr. Bass, you're...
More practical solutions to the problems, okay? No posturing, no nonsense, actual workable solutions for the good of the people of Idaho. I'm here for it.
Response.
My main loyalty is to God Almighty, and what He says is what I go by. And this
which is why you're a
part of the
theocrat.
Bible. For this cause God gave them up unto vile affections. For even their women did change the natural
I'm
use
sorry,
into
could
that
I
which
just
is against
could I
nature.
just interrupt
And
for a
likewise
second?
also the men, leaving
Yeah, you know, old man Cooter does have an excellent point. There certainly are biblical objections to gay marriage, but I just can't help but feel that this is a little hypocritical. Because please take notice of the fact that the old prospector here is clearly wearing a
Old prospector! He does! He does! I found me some gold! Yeah.
Polyester blend, and it strictly prohibits wearing clothing made of more than one type of fabric in Leviticus 19, which, as your governor, I pledge you will never see me do. Now go ahead and make a sad, frowny old man face. That's good.
Bless him.
Do you think that Idaho's taxes should be the same as they are now, higher than they are now, or lower than they are now?
Here's my plan of attack, okay? You go in there and you use spiritual warfare. Everybody talks about the natural, but I'm going to talk about this other realm we exist in. You bind those evil spirits that are behind the feds with the blood of Jesus, the name of Jesus, the power of endowment of the Holy Spirit.
He was asked about tax. He was asked a question about tax rates in Idaho. He's got the power of the Holy Spirit.
Yeah. And it was the stupidest question. Oh, yeah, I want higher taxes. Yeah, I just, devoid of context here. You know, not sort of like rolling back stupid tax credits for billionaire corporations or ending other kinds of ways to, other people paying taxes. No, just up or down.
I think they knew that he wasn't going to answer. So they just went, let's not bother formulating a proper question. Let's just go, taxes, up or down?
Like fucking Alex Trebek in Jeopardy with Sean Connery.
I fucked your mom, Trebek.
Turd Ferguson. That's not my name.
Letits now. Anal bum party.
Cover,
sorry. Yeah.
Power of agreement, the word of God. Blitzkrieg.
Mr. Brown.
Blitzkrieg!
The question was about taxes. Do you think they're about right in Idaho?
We need a blitzkrieg. I need more politicians to randomly end their statements with blitzkrieg. That's it needs to happen. Joe Biden just going like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Jack. Blitzkrieg.
Blitzkrieg.
High or too low?
I say they're about the same.
Can I just say something?
Is that?
Sure, go ahead. Briefly.
I think what fat gay biker Orson Welles just said was awesome.
He is fat gay biker Orson Welles. He really is.
He's a leather daddy. Yeah.
He is. He's leather daddy Orson Welles. And he's got a tie on. Sorry, did you rarely see the leather daddy look with a tie?
Well, he was going to a debate. He had to be respectable.
Exactly, yeah. This is how you know I'm a proper politician. I've got a tie on.
Now let me tie one on.
We need more irrational freakouts about Christ in our political discussions today. And that's why, if I'm elected governor, I will deliver all of my speeches in tongues. Just like that. Blitzkrieg!
Blitzkrieg!
What in your eyes does it really mean to be an Idaho Republican?
Well, once again, I think leadership requires you to lead, and you need to lead with reality. And to be able to do some of those things...
I'm really sorry to interrupt Governor Bot 3000 here, but reality is just really what Idaho Republicans are looking for today. Nah, they're looking to hear that Benghazi was orchestrated by Obama inside a Kenyan mosque and that universal health care will somehow kill them. Reality? No, they want crazy. So right now, I like to offer the mic to both Gay Bike.
This is a little too on the nose for where we are 10 years later.
Yeah.
Because, this is another thing that happened under the Biden administration. Obamacare enrollment reached its highest number ever.
Okay.
So that's not a failing program. That's a thriving program.
Fair enough. Yeah. It's worked out okay, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, it did what it was supposed to do: make people's lives better. Yeah. Not perfect necessarily, but better.
Orson Welles and Redneck Santa Claus here, so they could show us all just how totally freaking crazy they could be.
Wormwood. Wormwood is mentioned in the Bible a whole lot where you're studying these last days, and it's radiation. They gave those people that worked there something called potassium iodide, and it plugs up your thyroid gland to where it won't take this radiation in. And another thing you want to know is our energy plants that's run by atomic, they can stand 1/15 of an earthquake like that one in Japan. And my Bible says they're going to get worse and worse and worse.
God, dude, your Bible has been saying that for 2,000 years.
There are going to be bad earthquakes. Wow, thankfully there have never been bad earthquakes in America before. I'm sorry, what's that, San Francisco? How many times have you rebuilt? Oh, okay. Jesus.
All right, I'm also going to look to see if there are any plate tectonics under Idaho.
The San Andreas fault must not be that far away, I assume.
California is pretty far away from Idaho.
It's not that far.
Dude, do you remember how big America is? This isn't like from Newcastle to fucking Dundee.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's fine. Just around the corner.
So I'll look up that while you hit play.
No, I'm going to look up how far it is from California.
Idaho is not on a plate boundary.
Okay.
But many faults in the states can produce large earthquakes. So, is Idaho on a fault line? So looks like so it's not on a plate boundary, but there are some faults.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. So it's not one of the big plates, but there are like some cracks or whatever else.
No.
And so just 10 years down the road, officially now from when this debate, not a whole lot of earthquakes in Idaho. We haven't seen a rapid spike in earthquakes.
Well,
other climate-based weather, yes.
Well, that's from the center to the center. I want the nearest point. The shortest distance from California to Idaho is 560 miles.
That's a long way.
That's not that much. I could walk that.
What's the length of Britain?
About 560 miles. Hang on. Length. Hang on if I can spell length.
It's a short walk for a German.
British mainland. The British mainland is... Hang on. The coastline... Oh, no, that's the coastline. Just give me... Hang on. Land's End to John O'Groats, isn't it? Land's End to John O'Groats is... Well, that's not as the crow flies, is it? In order to travel there, it's 1,189 miles. But that's
like a long road.
That's if you cycle the... hang on. As the crow flies.
God. Internet, just read our minds. Know what we want to know. Just
exactly.
Don't make us...
603 miles. So, slightly longer than it is from California.
By about 20 miles or something.
Yeah. So, it's next door.
It's just, that's like a German's afternoon walk.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yellowstone caldera sometimes referred to as Yellowstone supervolcano, is a volcano caldera, blah, 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 blah. Is that near Idaho?
I guess, I don't know, would volcanoes cause, I guess you could get earthquakes.
It's in Wyoming!
Wyoming!
Yeah.
Oh.
So near Idaho, I guess, yeah.
Like, our resolution for 2024 is trying to mispronounce all the states with a Russian accent as often as possible.
Hawaii.
Mississippi.
Mississippi.
Yes! You have to do the yes at the end.
Nailed
it. Yes!
Good job! Gay biker Orson Welles, you're up next.
Let me finish that story, okay? After God told me he was going to make me president, I was living in Fat Jack's cellar, and Fat Jack's old lady, Fat Jack's wife, said, "Get this lunatic out of my cellar!" And finally, one day, this...
You know what? I'm with Fat Jack's old lady. I think she was onto something. I didn't expect to say this tonight, but I am very much a Fat Jack's old lady pilled.
From Africa comes over. He says, "I am a prophet of the Most High God," and in that office I hear authenticate that God told you that. I said, "Yeah, you mind putting that in writing?" He said, "Sure," and he put it in writing, and I got the original at home, and I was able to go up to all my detractors and say, "Na na 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 na."
Is honestly, this is better than Trump.
I'm dead. I've got tears streaming down my eyes. Look, I got a piece of paper from a charlatan who said I had a really authentic experience of God. I'm not. I'm perfectly fine. I understand.
I'm not crazy. Don't think I am.
No, mate.
I presume he won, didn't he? I presume he became governor of Idaho.
The thing is,
I assume. Yeah.
When people are this religiously delusional, I don't think that they have a mental illness. I think they've been brainwashed into a profound delusion that is just crazy because it's divorced from reality. It's so divorced from reality. So I don't want to disparage, mental people who have mental illnesses by using that term crazy. In this case, this guy is built in an imaginary world that he lives in.
Yes. And is now trying to get you to vote for, which is genius.
And religions brainwash people like this all the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
For anyone who's interested, this is the debate for real. Hang on, did you find the actual full debate? Yeah. In Idaho, a debate like you've never seen before. Mental. Fucking mental.
I have my friend coming over to visit next month for the carnival season. I'm writing this down as something we need to watch.
Yes.
Idaho governor debate. What is it? Idaho? Idaho. Yes. You got that in the H there.
Indeed. What's this? Governor debate 2024 on PBS, naturally.
Of course. That's what a service.
Exactly. I mean, they do really good programming and this shite as well, which is technically a public service.
Honestly, really.
Yeah. Technically, this counts as democracy.
Do you think taxes are too low, about right, or they should be higher? It just sounds like, again,
I think they're the same. Is honestly, he had a freak out about.
Yeah, he didn't even answer the question. I think they're about the same.
They're about the same.
Not...
What do you mean they're about this? No, I'm saying, what do you think they should be?
Compared with what?
Yeah, amazing. Every part of his answer was just mental. Love it.
It's time to go to closing remarks, and you're up first for close.
Ladies, gentlemen, sodomites, I stand humbly before you, asking you to rate, comment, and subscribe. And follow me on Twitter, because I assure you that I give good tweets. You don't have to, but if you don't, you're a freaking idiot, and you'll probably end up in Fat Jack's cellar. In short, a subscription to Creationist Cat is a subscription to America. Blitzkrieg!
Yes. Blitzkrieg.
Yes.
Oh, that was amazing. Oh. Honestly, I've got post nut clarity after that, I think. Beautiful. Actually, quite tired.
Like I said, you're yawning as well.
Should we call it a night?
I mean, we normally do wrap up. We start at 7 and end at 10, so my brain is kind of like, okay, end of showtime.
Yeah, I think we will then.
But we did do a real deep dive into Iowa.
And then Idaho.
Idaho, and then coming up is New Hampshire.
Yeah, which is just, I mean, that's just
New Hampshire.
That's just
New Hampshire.
racist, Krista. You're just being racialisms now. Anyway.
So what do you got coming up on your channel, Kev?
Tomorrow I'm going to be doing Tanky Tuesday on Wednesday.
Oh, because you did the Iowa results.
Iowa, yeah. So that's what I'll be doing. What have you got coming up on your channel, Krista?
Nothing. Oh God, I tried. So I basically like used up all of my laptop's memory with these 4K video files that I put on it, and I can't stream. Like I literally was dropping 30% of my frames.
Ooh.
And I dropped my frame rate down to like 1,000 from like 4,000, 3,000, 2,000 down to, I was still losing 13% of my frames. Right. So I was like, okay, I can't stream. Then I spent on Sunday half an hour going through an entire chapter of this book so that I could record it and upload it. But what I realized was I accidentally hit start stream, not start record. Ooh. So I was just talking to no one for a half an hour. Ooh. And I got so dejected. I was like, fuck it. So I'm going to try to do a recording so that I can get those out, because I won't be able to stream at the moment because of I need to finish up those files and delete them from my computer. Yeah. So that's a way long answer than you wanted.
Christy, any amount of time spent with you
we have time wasted, to kill.
So.
Aw. Yeah, and so you got Tanky Tuesday on Wednesday.
Yes. So I'm going to be doing that. I'm going to send everyone over to Lexi. Go and say hello to Lexi, who is awesome. Yeah, and you'll be back Friday?
I will be back on Friday.
Awesome. Yeah. Thank you all for listening and watching. Thank you for all of your support. Go and say hello to Christy on the various platforms as well.
Ooh.
It's goodbye from me, and it's goodbye from Christy Winters. Say goodbye, Christy Winters. Blitzkrieg!
Goodbye, Christy Winters. I said my name wrong. Goodbye, Christy Winters. Blitzkrieg! I was thinking about the Blitzkrieg and I just messed up my own name.